Hello there! Welcome to Chanko's channel. I'm Sharon again. In today's video, I'd like to introduce you with three dominating types of photoelectric sensors: through beam type, diffuse reflection type, as well as the specular reflection type. Photoelectric sensors are kind of devices to detect the existence of the measured objects by the advantage of light beam. Widely used in the industries like logistics and storage, stereo, garage, packaging, printing, as well as the beverage industry and so forth. For example, it can be used to detect whether the measured objects in the production line is existing or not, and its hidden. Be used in the component calculation as well as the controlling of the status of doors. This kind of sensor can be used to inspect the majority of materials. For example, metal, plastic, and wooden materials. Those are the opaque items, and even can be used to detect some transparent things like glass, liquid, and film. Well, the basic working principle of photoelectric sensors is that when the emitter releases a light beam and the receiver judge whether it has received this beam or not. On the basis of this principle, the photoelectric sensors can be divided into the following three types. First of all is the through-beam photoelectric sensors. That means the emitter and the receiver must be installed in pairs and be aligned with each other. After installation, if there are no blocks towards the light beam, our sensor outputs the signal. But if you put something between the two ends, thus the light beam would be blocked. The output tends to be turned off. Our sensor outputs the positive or negative signal to the PLC. The types of signal depends on the input types of modules of the connected PLC. Well, with regard of the sensors with the PNP type, it outputs the up level consistently. The joint negative input module is needful to make the input module more convenient to detect the status of signals. Whereas in terms of the NPN output sensors, which output the low level, the joint positive input module is necessary to make it more convenient to tell apart from the high and low up level and the output status. Well, if you are looking into the related knowledge, refer to the NPN, DNP, and 485 types and so forth. We are more than happy to release an independent video to go further on it. Well, for the through-beam type photoelectric sensors, it also emphasizes with the dark on and light on. These two types of switch module are enabled to change the conditions of output. Well, under the condition of the light on module, when the light beam has been perceived, the output would turn on, whereas the light beam are blocked, are hidden, and fail to get to the receiver, the output would be shut off. Well, on the contrary, under the dark on module, when the light is being blocked, being hidden, the output turns on, and after the light gets to the receiver, then the output will be closed. Well, the detection scale of this type of sensors is longer than that of the diffuse reflection sensors as well as the specular reflection sensors, because the light only needs to go along with one fixed and identical orientation until it gets to the receiver. Whereas, correspondingly, the costs are raised, therefore, because it contains two sets of components, two units of racks, electric cables, as well as the sensors, and the more larger installation spaces are needed. Well, worse still, this type of sensor performs poorly towards some specific types of measured objects, like the transparent items. The light is easy to penetrate the objects and get to the receiver straightforward. Well, the second type is the specular reflection photoelectric sensors. The receiver and the emitter are designed in an integral whole. The specular reflector plate needs to be installed align with our sensor. The light beam would emit it from the emitter to the receiver through the reflector plate. The operation principle is identical to that of the through beam type. It is equipped with dark on and light on. While in calibration with through beam type, there are some flaws existing. For example, with a small detection scale, and it must be matched with sensors and specular reflector plate in installation. If something special passed by, for example, with the high reflective degree, the sensor is likely to be triggered. For some high reflective items, you can try to adjust the angle of the sensors and the reflective board. The ultimate type is diffuse reflection type photoelectric sensors. That's the thing, the emitter and the receiver are also in an integral hole. In installation, it needs to be aligned with the measured object to make the light beam emitted from the emitter. After the light beam gets contact to the measured object, it makes a spring back to get to the receiver. The detection principle and functions is similar to the two types that I have mentioned before. But it owns the shortest detection distance amongst the three types of photoelectric sensors, and due to the discrepancies in the shapes, colors, and size, it performs poorly on the reflective light. Alright, so far you have already get the comprehension of three basic types of the photoelectric sensors. Well, in real practice, those attributes, those characteristics depends on the different utilization and usage. For example, in the large-scale logistic and storage scenes, our through beam type photoelectric sensors takes advantage of its main merits, that is long-distance detection. Precisely detects the in and out of the measured freight. Well, in the packaging and printing domain, the diffuse reflection sensor is able to fastly accommodate different detection requirements towards the various packaging materials. Alright, let's wrap this video up. If you are facing some tracking problem in your real production or your study, hoping that today's video could help you to some extent. If you still have some inquiries or you are sold on for our products, welcome to leave your comments. Remember to smash a like, share this video to your friends, and subscribe us. That's the consistently motivation for us to make progress. See you next video. Bye bye.